What's going on, gardeners? It's Abundant Gardening here with another quick garden tip. Today, I'm going to share with you how to store Calla bulbs and Dahlia bulbs over the winter. So here in Zone 6, they cannot survive down to the temperatures. I believe Callas and Dahlias are only good till about Zone 9, maybe Zone 8 if you insulate them. So I'm going to share with you what you can do to prepare them to store. So as you can see, I will start with the calla bulbs. We can see that I have taken them out of the ground, shaken most of the dirt off as much as possible. And then I have split this one. This one was in a whole one, but I split it in two just to make it easier to store. What you can do is if you do that, make sure you leave it for a day or two so it gets a callus. As you can see, this has developed that callus. And then you'll know when to pull your callus up when they wilt, like this. Usually after your first frost, because the bulbs will survive the frost. Just like this one here too. Next, what you'll want to do is to remove the foliage. So what I'll do is just twist the foliage off like that. You can throw this in your compost or whatever, and then just make sure all the excess dirt is shook it off, because you don't want that in storage. Inspect the roots to make sure there's no black ones or moldy ones, and then if it looks good, like this one does, this is a healthy bulb, you can set that to the side, and I'll show you what to do with that in a moment. We can go ahead and do the same thing here. Just twist off or cut off the foliage, either works. Set that to the side. Shake off any excess remaining dirt. Inspect the bulb. As you can see, I actually have a couple little bulblets starting to form here. All the roots look healthy, so this one is also ready to go to storage. Next, I have my dahlia bulbs here. As you can see, they clearly got hit by a frost because they have shriveled up and died, the foliage. So what you can do here is just look at the bulbs there, or rather more like rhizomes. Dahlia, they're technically rhizomes. And you can twist off the foliage. Inspect the roots. See, this one is nice and healthy. And then you can do the same thing for the other one. In which I will make an observation that this one is mushy. So I will not be storing this, I will just be throwing this one away. If your bulbs are mushy, black, anything that looks wrong with them, either store them in a separate bag away from all the others, because it could contaminate the rest of the bulbs if it's like mold or fungus. And then just make sure that you just either check on it. If it molds over, throw it away. Same with the other bulbs, you'll want to check on them at least once a month to make sure they're healthy and there's no bugs or fungus or mold. So next, you'll take a paper bag and put your bulbs inside. As I will show you, you can put your bulbs inside your paper bag as it needs to breathe. It must be a breathable bag. And then what you do is roll it up nice and somewhat tight, somewhat snug. You don't need to seal this with anything. And then you can label it just as you can see there. I did the same thing with the dahlia bulb. Label it, and then roll it up. Make sure they're in there. And then you can store this wherever you want, in a basement, in your closet, somewhere where it's dark and it won't really get below freezing. Even a garage would work perfectly fine. So I hope you liked this video and got something out of it. And until then, we will do a checkup on these every month until we're ready to plant them, and I will go with you through the walkthrough process to see how they're doing and what to look for when you're checking up on them. So until then, I'll see you in the next video.